safe, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing. Ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, when I hit that.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins.
For Jacksonville.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Get a couple up to about the 30.
Number 34.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And the Dolphin 1st down.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Howard, the ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzes, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Mike Gesicki.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Adam Vinatieri set to...
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Darius Geis, his 1st carry of the game. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Jerome Baker.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 25 on second down, Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First and 10.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Intercepted by the
That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. From the gun, it's Tua. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Number 22.
Matt Breida, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
13. Jaguars, nothing.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's second and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense got it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Here comes Grant on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll begin with a handoff to Howard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Albert Wilson.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Tua. And he's going to go second back at the 42. Josh Allen drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports.
Dolphins 13, Jaguars nothing.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Jaguars.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that 1st down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Flush to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Yeah, he's got his tight end, Oliver. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Xavier Howard.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now left side on the swing pass. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he's going to be taken down, back around the 35-yard line.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. A pass there, complete to Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew, escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th.
A 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. To a hit, and the ball is out. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball is snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. 2 and now on first down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to float this over the middle deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Feels like they might be a step ahead in their play calling, because after that big run, I thought they'd come back with another one, seeing as they had momentum going in that direction. Instead, they dial up a big pass, breaking off big chunks of yard.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Going to look deep for Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The first down pass.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. They'll throw now on the final play. And he completes it to Westbrook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Geis again. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's got daylight past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Darius Geis, 71 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's a second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
A great return there of 22 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. On first down, this is Geis. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Darius Geis, the ball.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
44, Mike, 44. Blue draw quarters. Check 15.
Looking to throw again on second down. Minshew, and he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Byron Jones on the coverage.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Out of the gun is Minshew. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hand. Teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Ball carrier.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. There he goes left side, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, an even 90 yards, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A toss right to Geis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Minshew sets to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Incomplete.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Connection made with Chenault. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Minshew. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms have ever been.
Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 31, Minshew. He'll check it down to Geis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
10 at the 19-yard line.
44 Mike. Check. It's going to be a long protein spill.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Minshew's pass.
DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Off to Geis on the screen. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback,
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jags are an extra point away from taking the lead. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes the score Jaguars 20, Dolphins 19. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First down, Miami.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10. Now Tua, a big spot for the rookie from Alabama. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And that is incomplete. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And now it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That'll be complete to Breida. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Complete.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And it's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
It's one of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing on the receiver where he was going, and then they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
At the 47-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Gaucho on the tackle. The tackle made back at midfield.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a short return to the 6-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward.